Hi there, happy Halloween and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I did this Halloween makeup. First, I'm going to put primer on my skin since we're going to put a lot of makeup and I'm just rubbing it using my fingers. Now I'm using this green concealer as foundation to make my skin look pale. And I'm just applying it using a flat foundation brush. I'm also applying some on my ears and on my neck. Then to my collar, up to my shoulders. Now I'm using a sponge to blend it out evenly. Now I'm using a light shade of powder to set the foundation. My goal here is to achieve a pale looking skin to get that dead aura. Now I'm using another green concealer to mask the redness of my lips. Now I'm blending it with a sponge and again setting it with a light shade of powder. Now I'm using this brown shade of powder and an angled brush to contour my face. This is to create an illusion of a slimmer face just like a dead person has. And of course it has to go down to my neck and collarbones. Now I'm taking that light shade of powder using a sponge and creating a line under the contour to make it look sharper. Now I'm blending everything out using a powder brush. Now I'm taking out my eyeshadow palette and I'm just using the shade maroon, black, and purple to create the dark circles in my eyes and also the bruises. Make sure to blend the colors evenly to make it look realistic. Now for the fun part. This is my DIY scar wax and I'm going to use it to make the gunshot wood. If you wanna know the ingredients, just check it in the description box below. Now I'll be using this empty ballpen tube to poke a hole into the scar wax. Then I'd like to use a Q-tip to blend it out. I'm just rolling the Q-tip onto the edges to make it look blended to the skin. Be gentle in doing this and just take your time. Now I'll be using foundation to cover the scar wax and make it look closer to my skin tone. Since I don't have the correct shade, I'm just using the darker shade first and the lighter shade after. Again, be gentle in applying this procedure as you might alter the shape of the scar wax. Now I'm just setting it with powder using an eyeshadow brush. I'm now taking out my white glue and let's start with the sliced neck. I'm just applying it using a sponge, then I put on the tissue. Make sure to stick it down properly by adding more glue but not too much since it will take a longer time to dry. Liquid latex is actually more appropriate for this procedure. Now I'm just using my blower to let it dry quickly. Then I'm just repeating the process until I get 3 layers. Now I'm taking more glue, but this time I'm using a brush and I'm just applying it onto the edges to really make it hold on to my skin. Then again, I'm just letting it dry completely. Now I have here my body scissors and I'm using it to cut in between the layers of tissue that I just made. Again, be very careful in this procedure because you might cut yourself, so it's really better to use body scissors since it doesn't have sharp edges. Now I'll be putting foundation to make it look like my natural skin. Then just setting it with the contouring powder. To make a realistic sliced neck, you have to darken out the open area, and I'm just doing that by applying black eyeshadow. Also apply some inside the gunshot wound. Now for the last and most exciting part, blood. This is my DIY fake blood and I will just put the ingredients in the description box. Using the Q-tip, I'm just applying it into the fake wounds. You could also just play around but make sure that it would still look realistic. It's also better if you just let it drip down naturally. Using the sponge, I'm just adding more fake blood into the sliced neck to finish off the look. And now we're done. Thank you so much and happy Halloween! Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.